Welcome back to the Polishing Podcast. I need everybody to start raising the roof real quick because we're actually both here this time. So dance, you sons of bitches.
Hey.
I was waiting to see if they danced.
Oh.
And I can't tell because we're coming at them from the past, so I have no idea.
I gotta look into the future.
I'm trying, but it's not working.
Oh.
Even with all this weird...
Wait, didn't you buy that sketchy time travel machine from the dark web?
I did, but it just a cardboard box came to my house and it was empty. So I think I got scammed.
Oh, it's supposed to come with crystals.
There were no crystals. There were a couple rocks, but they looked like it was like gravel.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite.
It's like, those aren't crystals. Welcome back to the Polishing Podcast.
Yes. Yay.
Woo! Yeah, claps for the podcast. That was definitely you patting your thighs really quickly.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, we're both here. It's the actual podcast is back. It's no solo show right now. And if you're wondering, well, what's it take to get the talent back? Well, all it takes is okay. We're good. No audio fuck ups. To you guys, nothing even happened, so it's fine. But yeah, OBS said there was an encoding error, and I didn't want there to be garbled audio or something. I don't know why it does that, even though I'm just recording and I have a PC more than capable of recording just audio of a still image of my desktop background. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, we're both back. And it's it's been a long time. I explained it in the last podcast a little bit. It's doing it again, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. I guess I should do that, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't fuck with audio. Last time I'm mentioning that. But yeah, it's what I think the
classic Polishing Podcast. Solid.
The last podcast we were both on, I think, is about 3 months old at this point. Let me double check. Where have they been? We've returned November 17th, 2018.
Dang.
Yeah. It's been, if we had waited till the end of this month, it would have been 3 months since our last podcast together.
Wow.
Yeah. It got a little hectic around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, to say the least.
Yeah.
I did do a little bit of explanation on the last one where I mentioned that you were with family multiple times and then you were, getting your house ready and everything. But I didn't go into detail because that's your story and I don't want to go around talking about things you can talk about.
Well, the crazy thing is that it's still not over. Like, this whole process has been 3-month-long process of getting my house ready. It's pretty much ready, but they want a couple things fixed on the house. But the signing is on the 20th of February.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, there he is. Your boy Frodo.
You could hear him? God.
It's okay. We love him.
I don't know what he's barking at. But yeah, I've been just super busy moving, and it's just a big process.
Yeah. And if somehow you guys didn't know, also no more Facebook.
Yeah. So the Facebook contract ended, and so moving back to YouTube.
He's home.
I'm home.
But yeah, I'm just checking through, see if there's any replies or anything or comments from the previous stuff. Because there are definitely some comments on the official website that I have to unfortunately get rid of at some point in the near future because, it's expensive and the Podbean site is less expensive. And I've already explained that. So people are aware that that's going to happen in the near future. But I'm pretty sure that polishingpodcast.com, if you look that up, it'll just redirect you to podbean.polishingpodcast.com, which is fine. So we don't even have to do anything. I just gotta, double check RSS feeds and boring stuff. Anyway, but yeah, so we're both here. We've got stories, and I'm gonna look at some comments real quick. But you should explain the whole chaotic situation with your house and stuff real quick.
Oh, which part?
Start at the beginning. I guess.
The old house or the new house?
Both, because this is the first time on the podcast you're mentioning even moving.
Yeah, that's true. So, I used to live in Orlando. I lived there for like a year, and then we moved back to where I grew up near Atlanta. And the house we got was always gonna be like a short-term house. Because I didn't really want to rent anymore. I just felt like renting, like, I don't know. I'd rather own.
Yeah, no,
But
I get
there's
that.
pros and cons, Sometimes I'm like, man, if I was renting, this wouldn't be a problem. But we got like a short-term house, and it's really old. It's a 100-year-old house that had a lot of problems. It was on a cool, like, 2 acres of land, and it had like an old barn on it, but long story short, we wanted to move from that.
Yeah.
I was saving up money to get something a little bit bigger. So we have space because Brittany, my girlfriend, she has her little candle business and she wants her own office. I want my own office. So we got something a little bit nicer than the first house. So what we had to do now, this house that we first moved into was it was junk. Like it was a junker house. It had its charm because it was so old, but there were so many problems with it. So we had to improve the floors.
Gotta improve those floors.
Yeah, we put in better floors, and we did that. Like me and Brittany, we installed it, and then we put new floors in the kitchen and the bathroom and made it look all pretty. And
what kind of floors?
Just nothing too fancy because we knew we wouldn't really get the money back.
Yeah. But was it just like hardwood, linoleum?
Yeah, it was like vinyl, like fake wood. Yeah. The ones you can like snap into place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we put those down, and I learned a lot about flooring and like that stuff. So
I don't know why that's so in my head. I just imagined like a guy coming in and just like, yeah, flooring's really important. You gotta you're like, oh my god, I'm learning so much. Like you're really taking it in.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. But yeah, we got it all. We cleaned it up and took fancy photos of the house, and that alone was a long process, and it was brutal. Just like constant every day, waking up early, working on floors, and then trying to keep up with my YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Brittany did most of the work. Honestly, I would just go in when I'm done, like streaming or recording and help. But yeah, we listed it. But while we were doing that, we were also looking for a new house, and we found a house that we just loved, and we wanted to wait to sell our old one before putting an offer for a new one. But we just knew that it would sell if we did that.
Yeah.
So we put an offer to the new one, and it's just the whole process. It's not the most exciting story, I suppose, but
moving's never exciting.
No,
but it's kind of interesting sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. We had to build a shed for Josephine.
Whoa, no spoilers.
I know.
There's she gets her own corner. We'll get there.
I know, she gets her own segment, but yeah, just moving in and setting up everything, and we had to buy new appliances, and we bought a fridge for the new house that was way too big.
Wait, is it too tall or?
The depth was too much. Now get this. Get this.
Imagining you going to your fridge and being like, crap. And it's like 3 feet out from where your counters are.
Well, yeah, it wasn't 3 feet, but it was bad. The problem is the fridge is where it's a walkway. Like,
what?
the main walkway. Yeah, it's weird. Just we keep finding weird things about the house. Like, why did they design it like
That
this?
doesn't make
You know,
any
it's like things
sense.
you don't really see until you actually live in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got what I don't get, okay, is fridges. That's one thing I don't understand. In the fridge world,
Hmm.
if you want a smaller fridge,
Oh, it's more
it
expensive.
it's more expensive.
Hmm.
Why?
Um, I think it cost more to try to. Man, I'm trying to remember. Our neighbor back at our old apartment was actually talking about this because he knows like that it costs more to make like to get a smaller fridge because the apartment building we lived in, our apartment was really small and had a smaller fridge in it, but their apartment in the same building, because it was like a duplex, had a regular sized kitchen, and you could even see that the place they put the fridge has enough room for a regular sized fridge, but they had a small one. And he was constantly perplexed, like, why would they go out of their way to spend more money on a smaller fridge when the space for the fridge has enough room for a standard size? And he's just like, what? But the rental company that we were like, they are still with, and we were with before we moved out of there, is garbage. So reasons, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's because it takes up something that has to do with like trying to fit all the coolant and stuff in a smaller package, or they know if you need to get a small fridge. You know what? It's probably just a what is it? Something. What is it? Demand. Something in demand.
Like they make less of them.
Yeah, so there's less small fridges, so
Supply and
they,
demand.
yeah, there we go, and so they
Yeah.
cost more.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just so we had to buy it's called a counter depth fridge.
Hmm.
So we had to get a much more expensive fridge that is smaller. So that's fun. And we're still waiting on it, by the way. It's been over 2 weeks without a fridge. So
Oh wow.
like we've been buying food that doesn't go bad, and I don't want to get too much in detail here, but my whole system is fried right now.
Just eating
Like,
canned goods, like you're.
yeah, it's just like bagged things that don't go bad, and like, food that you're like, this should be bad, but like this food should be bad by now, but it's not. But
Yeah.
I shouldn't be eating this, but we have
You
like
got no
so.
choice.
Yeah, I just can't wait to have a fridge.
I can't wait to have fresh food again.
I know, yeah,
Something that hasn't been canned or anything.
yeah.
Oh man.
I can't wait to have drinks, like
Oh, that's
having
true.
like half and half, and so I can make teas and stuff.
Oh, that's right. You drink tea with half and half and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you, a
English.
dirty Brit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lobster.
No, yeah.
Gotta throw in those jabs where I can get them.
Yeah, you
But
got to.
so that sucks. Thankfully, while we've been at our apartment, nothing like that's happened. Though 2 weeks in a row on a Tuesday, they've turned the water off completely, and that was without warning, and that was terrible.
Horribly.
Yeah, when the first time it happened, I had just gotten done working out, and I went to the bathroom, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just like get ready to, you know. No, this was the second time that happened. The first time I was in the middle of working out, and Allie was like, why is the water pressure get like so low? And then it just stopped working, and she's like, I can't clean out the cut like the bottle I just used to make a protein shake. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, the water's off. I'm like, huh. And then I looked outside, and I could see two people working, like they like had opened up something on the sidewalk, so it looked like they were doing something, but they never said anything to anybody in the building. So I was just like, oh, cool. I'm in the middle of working out. You just used a cup that you can't rinse out. I haven't gone to the bathroom this morning yet. Done my morning too. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be fun. And the water didn't come back on until like 3 p.m. or something.
Jeez, and they didn't even like send you an email or anything.
No, nobody. There wasn't a flyer on the front of the building. There was nothing. And then the next week it happened again, and we still nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that's really happened here that hasn't been cool is that for whatever reason, they turned the water off and then didn't explain anything. So that
It's
was,
not too bad, but yeah, that's kind of annoying to.
yeah, 'cause especially since, I work from home and it's like, hey, guess what? You're not going to have a working toilet for 6 hours. I'm like, I hope I don't have to take a crap because
Oh,
if I
you got some
do,
woods near you?
no, I live in the city.
Oh, right. You got to get a bucket.
Oh yeah, in that case, I'll just go to the bathroom and keep the lid down. I'm not gonna poop in a bucket. What the hell? Oh man. But yeah, that's. I mean, I don't think anything. Yeah, nothing crazy's happened here. Haven't had to do anything with the fridge, thankfully.
Well, as soon as I sign away the old house, I'm
Oh no.
pretty much good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So like I mean, I've pretty much. I mean, there is a huge long list of things. Like I still have to get like a couple things here and there, but the necessities, other than the fridge, are done.
So you got a washer dryer?
Yes. Oh, that reminds me.
Oh.
There were so many problems moving into this house that I just forgot some of
Oh
them.
no.
But we built a new construction, the home, and the builder made the doorway to the laundry room 27 inches wide. Exactly.
What?
Yeah, 27 inches wide. And
Well, let me get a Google in here real quick. 27 inches to centimeters for all the people who use the correct form of measurements. That's 68.58 centimeters.
okay, so washer and dryer machines come in standard sizes.
Oh
They
no.
all come in the same size.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
You know what size they come into?
30 inches.
No, well they 27.
Wait, he made the doorway just big enough that if you like grease up the sides, they'll fit through.
Yeah, yes.
What the
Yes. So when the
What?
people came to they were gonna install the washer dryer, they came by and they measured and they're like, "Hey, this isn't gonna fit. You're gonna have to get a smaller washer dryer." I'm like, "Okay." I got it from Lowe's.
Mhm.
I go back and I'm like, "You got anything smaller than 27 inches? Like these are standard. Like that's the standard size.
Oh
Like that's."
no! It's like so. I'm guessing the next thing is like, all right, you got any grease? I'm gonna need to
Yeah,
lather these
so-
boys up.
The washer dryer we got was like exactly like 26 inches, like 26 and a half inches. So there was a tiny bit of space.
You had a
But-
quarter of an inch on both sides.
Yeah, and it gets better.
Okay.
The bottom of the doorway is even thinner
What?
than the middle. Yeah, it's just like it goes narrow. So we pushed the washer into it. It's scraping up the side, the trim of the doorway. Black just scrapes on the white doorway.
Nice.
And we had to lift the washer and dryer to get past that bottom narrow part. So we're lifting up and pushing it through the doorway.
Oh my god.
And it scraped up the washer dryer. It was a mess. But thanks to my help from my dad, he helped me install the things, and it was just a pain.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man. Does it have any fun stuff with the cabinets? No.
The cabinets? No.
Okay.
Oh.
It's like-
Nah.
How much stuff have you forgotten?
It's too much.
It's just-
Yeah.
oh no.
And yeah. I mean the sad part is like
Oh shit.
the washer dryer couldn't fit, and on the same day the fridge came and that was too big. So I got all these new appliances that just didn't work.
They just don't
You know?
fit.
I'm like so, but that's all over. I mean,
That's
it's
wild.
really nothing to complain about. It's first world problem.
Well, yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, I gotta repaint that doorway to get all the scratch, like
Yeah.
the good. Well, it left black marks. I don't really know why because the washer dryer are blue, like a dark blue.
That's
Maybe it just looks black, but really it's just yeah, it's
maybe
just yeah,
weird.
yeah, it's a mess.
That's a mess.
But yeah,
Fun, fun. So, God damn it! I was about to ask or say something, and now I'm confused.
about video games.
Probably. But shit. Did you Did you mention that? No, yeah, we said you're on YouTube streaming now.
Yeah, streaming on YouTube. In case you didn't know, I kind of made it pretty public.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
was
tried
all
to,
over it. But
yeah,
if somehow you were still like, I'm waiting for the podcast, then there
yeah,
you go.
yeah. Monday to Friday around 5, 6 p.m.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Streaming a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, it's all the 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Stort time. But we do have like I don't know, like 3 comments. One is from Clan D, and it was a response to the almost 3-month-old episode. Rip the Polishing Cat podcast. We miss you. Don't you love us anymore?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say we care about you. Love is a strong word.
Wow, Nico.
Look, I'm just not trying to say I love people that I don't know personally.
I love each and every one of our listeners.
Lawrence is sad. Asks if we've ever had any interesting high school stories. No, just I can remember embarrassing things I wish I could forget. I don't know that they're interesting.
I was a pretty boring kid in high school, so
Same.
I'm not gonna have any crazy party story or anything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, like I was a goody good. I didn't get in trouble. I was on the golf team, and I mostly
I think the
did
most
that.
like crazy thing that happened is we went to McDonald's and you accidentally locked your keys in your car, so we had to wait for your mom to show up.
Oh God.
That was I don't know if that's interesting. It's kind of just 2 fucking 17 or
That's-
18-year-olds waiting.
I hope
in the
to God
parking
that's
lot.
I hope to God that's not the most exciting like interesting part of like our time in high school, because that really is not an interesting story.
It's not. I mean,
I'm sure there was like there's something crazy happened. Yeah, I mean, I remember skipping school to go to like eat lunch with a friend.
I
But
mean, I skipped school to hang out with my then girlfriend.
yeah,
And
so that's just
mean,
exciting stuff. Right
yeah,
there.
we're real hoodlums, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's just, God. And now it's like I grow up and I'm like fucking I'm being paid straight cash. I gotta do my quarterly taxes and shit. It's like I was boring in high school and I'm still boring now. The most exciting thing I've done since we didn't do the podcast was go to trivia with our friends,
Yeah,
old
that was
neighbors.
fun.
And then because we used to do shroom night too sometimes, but
Yeah,
not every
yeah.
time.
Well, okay, let me explain, guys. Shroom night, mellow mushroom. All
Oh
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
just-
Shroom night wasn't doing shrooms; it was going
Yeah.
to Mellow Mushroom
Yeah.
for their trivia night.
yeah, yeah.
Though
So if
everybody
you're-
there looked like they were on mushrooms.
well, everybody but me and Nico were probably doing shrooms, but that's why we loved them. So
I mean, the employees there look like they either smoke weed before they come into work or during or
look, that's the vibe of mellow mushroom. Though.
I mean, it makes sense. Like their mascot looks like a fucking high
It's a
mushroom.
mushroom. And it's like 70s, like
Yeah. And
Alice
it's
in
great
Wonderland.
pizza. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That I where I moved, there's this really like fancy looking mellow mushroom. Usually it's like pretty like I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but
Mellow
it's
mushroom is interesting. They come in all shapes and different sizes, you know?
yeah.
Like I guess it's just like yeah, I don't know. But mellow mushroom's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But yeah, so no, we weren't doing shrooms. I think what's the worst thing I've ever done? Weed. I've done a weed.
I injected weed once.
Now I'm blind and gay.
And gay.
I love those things where it's like my son injected THC. Now he's dead. It's like
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, they're like parodying fucking drug free ads, but still.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not a big I don't really like drugs.
I mean, see, like
I don't
when-
like altering the state of my mind.
yeah, I don't like not. I don't like feeling like I'm not in control of my own body.
Yeah, but with like weed, you never feel like that.
I don't.
You never,
Yeah, but even like drinking and stuff, I'm like, I don't like feeling not myself.
See, drinking is for me. Drinking is I don't like because it my heart starts to race and I get all dehydrated and
You gotta drink water and alcohol, dude.
I know, but it's just you know what's interesting though, or I forgot the CB something oil. It comes from hemp.
THC oil or
No. It's like CBC or something like that oil where it's legal. And it's supposed to it's not THC, but it is a
CBD.
like chemical or oil from the plant that helps calm you down.
Oh,
Like it's
yeah.
so I might look into that as, I sometimes get anxiety or for some reason nighttime I just have a hard time sleeping.
Is
and
it
I might
medical legal in Georgia now?
Yeah, but it's probably like you can't like, oh, my back hurts. Can I get this? It's probably more like cancer and
Well, see, that's the thing. Up here, medical is legal under strict circumstances in Pittsburgh. Like if you can prove you have like PTSD or you have cancer and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I don't know how it is there. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
Is I haven't looked into it because I don't live there anymore.
I can imagine that's probably pretty strict. Like you've got to be really sick.
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't
Which is
hurt to
really
go to a doctor and be like, "Hey, what do you think?
Yeah, but
Can you give me a prescription or not?"
I mean the federal government just needs to make it legal. I not to get on this. I guess this would be political, but like
Is saying weed should be legal at this point still
I
political?
mean it's politics
I
technically,
guess.
but it's just like it's so harmless.
Yeah.
It's
You're
and
more
there's a lot of
likely to get
benefits.
something terrible from smoking or from vaping than fucking smoking weed. Smoking
You don't
weed,
even have to
smoking
smoke
marijuana,
it.
vaporizing it.
Not even that. You could eat it. They
Yeah,
make
you can cook it.
lotions of it where you absorb it through the skin. It's just like,
Some topical THC.
yeah, and then it's regulated, so you're not like if you really want it, you have to basically get marijuana that's most likely from drug cartels.
Yeah, and you won't get something laced with angel dust or something.
Yeah, it's just safer and it's just I don't get it. Like
I don't know.
some
But-
people say it's the opioid companies lobbying politicians, which could be true.
I think it's also got to do with there's like a couple different things because like back when hemp was considered useful for like paper and like, oh, we can use this for so many different things. It's like, well, why would like name an industry that wouldn't want hemp to be used for paper? Well, paper mills that use timber and stuff. It's like, if they have to all switch to hemp and start farming instead of just chopping down forests, they have to restructure their entire company, and they don't want to do that. So like,
Yeah,
anything that would benefit from it, it's an industry that probably was like, let's not.
I could see that at like a while ago. Like,
Yeah, I think this
being
was
the
like
reason.
in the 50s or whatever when it started to get like really outlawed.
Yeah, I could see that, and then I could see how. I mean, I forgot who, but like, marijuana was classified as like a
Oh, it was a class 1, like
class
with
1, which is like
heroin and
cocaine.
yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, they used to be like people you like I don't know. The stigma behind it was just so much
it's
rougher.
just got a weird stigma. Like caffeine is literally the same, I would say, in terms of class of drug.
Yeah.
is marijuana, caffeine, and that's something so many people are addicted to, and I don't want to say addicted, but
I mean, yeah, because even Allie was like, "Oh, I'll get coffee at the tutoring center she works at," and before she left, since she didn't have coffee here, she's like, I'm really hoping the bus hurries up because I'm starting to get a headache from caffeine withdrawal, like because she hasn't had coffee." And I mean, that's a thing.
yeah,
If I don't, now that since I've been drinking coffee regularly, if I don't drink it a day, I get a migraine. That's the worst like thing ever, and I have to just go to sleep for it to go away.
yeah. So I guess that is addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like a dangerous addiction, but
Yeah, I mean, your body just gets acclimated to having that. I mean, it is a drug go through you, and if you like wake you up and have you alert and stuff.
yeah.
So, but I don't know how we got here from interesting high school stories.
Well, yeah.
I guess mellow mushroom and then
night,
weed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then because we were saying like we don't do most anything. When we visited California, we ordered weed gummies, like THC gummies, which got delivered to our friend's apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, the delivery guy shows up. He's like, "Here are your gummies. Also, here's some donuts you ordered." Like it's like it's like Grubhub for marijuana.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, and then I did that, and to be honest, I just felt like tired. But the shitty thing is, it's like one day, like I had one and I tried to go to sleep and I could not. It didn't feel like I slept that night. I felt like I was awake the entire night,
But sleeping.
but yeah, it felt like I didn't
Did
REM
you have-
sleep at all.
Oh, like it wasn't a deep sleep.
Yeah, I just felt terrible the next day because I
Yeah,
was
that's
just like, ugh.
You ever what's it? It's like supplements to help you sleep.
Melatonin.
Melatonin, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those give you like I get that feeling from those. I never take those because I'm like always feel awful the next day.
See, when I
Maybe it's
lived-
something you just got to get used to.
So the funny thing is, Allie tried to take those one time because when I was living at home with my brothers, I would take it because that was when my anxiety was at its worst. And it says to like take 2, but I would feel groggy as shit the next day. Like I had to, I was like, oh, I slept like 10 hours, but I feel like I need to sleep more. I started just taking 1. I feel like you got to take less than what you think you do, especially since, I mean, it's not just like a drug. It's the chemical that makes you tired. And if you overload on it, you're just going to be groggy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a naturally occurring chemical in your brain that
Yeah.
makes you sleepy.
Right.
But
and some foods have it.
yeah. And the funny thing is, Allie was like, "Oh, back when I lived with her at her house and was working at the warehouse and stuff, she was like, "Oh, I'll take melatonin. I'll drink a glass of wine, get real tired, that way I can sleep after picking you up from work at like midnight." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And then I read, "Don't drink alcohol with melatonin; it'll cancel it out." So that's why it wasn't working for her.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So.
That's weird.
Yeah, but it's I don't know why, but that's the thing.
Well, milk, warm glass of milk.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear about people drinking
Yeah.
that before bed is because milk produces melatonin.
Mm.
So
I wonder why it's so popular at breakfast.
I don't know if it has to be warm or something, but I know cherries also. There's a lot of that in cherries. So I remember looking it up because I just always have a tough time sleeping.
It's weird. I have like weeks where I just sleep through the entire night, and then there are weeks where I just don't sleep well at all.
Yeah, I do this thing where my body, like when I wake up, does not let me go back to sleep. And if I am lucky enough to wake up and then go back to sleep, I wake up like very like I don't know, like get up kind of vibe. I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, I'm late to something.
Yeah, just like get up and just like I do this weird stretch and it's just like what is this?
Yeah. That sucks.
But yeah,
Excuse me.
there's oils from hemp that's not THC and legal.
I think it's CBD.
CBD. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think that's. Let me look.
That sounds right.
oil?
But that helps like with calming.
Cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is discovered in 1940, and there's a 2018 preliminary clinical research on that includes studies of anxiety, cognition, movement disorders, and pain. So yeah, CBD, I think is what it is. But yeah, and then a new comment that I haven't seen before from Bob Ross's alter ego. I saw this back, 2 days after the podcast episode we had posted. He says, "This is a great fucking podcast, and T-Rex with a shotgun, God bless you. Are you the guy from Africa, or is that Lawrence needs some love?" I think Lawrence's sad son love is from South Africa. T-Rex
sure.
is from the States. And I think on here his name is T-Rex, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, T-Rex is T-Rex. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says, "And could you two-horn honk, boys?" Which is a reference to Dynamic Banter, which is the podcast that I love, the comedy podcast with Mike Falzone and Steve Zaragoza, name drop. Watch a Bob Ross video on air and commentate over it. That would be awesome. That would be hilarious. It's the funny thing is you guys wouldn't be able to see, so it'd just be us being like, "Oh man, look at that tree. Damn, Bob Ross's fro is awesome."
Yeah.
Or stuff like that.
But they could hear it though, right?
Well, if we did that, then we'd get in trouble because of licensing the audio.
We'd have to make a video out of it then.
But we can't show it either. So it would just be us commentating it and be like, "Hey, so this is the video. This is the Bob Ross episode we're watching. If you want to do this like a commentary thing, you're going to have to tune into that episode." Yeah.
And then it's like, and play it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, which we could do. That's not a terrible idea. It'd be I feel like it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and we get to watch Bob Ross paint, which is always relaxing.
Dude, he's
the Zen
amazing.
master.
Yeah, he is, man. He's a legend.
With those squirrels and animals he saved.
All the time, man.
All the time. I think it's like his second episode where he has a baby squirrel that he's nursing back to health. It's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, God's creatures. Look at this little guy sleeping." I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy's amazing." He was a drill sergeant.
Really?
Before getting into pain.
Is this real? Because like that people.
No, this is real.
Because I was gonna say people used to say that. What
fucking
is it?
what? Yeah. What's he's
I want to be your neighbor, Mr.
Yeah.
Rogers. He was a fucking scout sniper.
Yeah, or like he was a Marine.
Yeah.
His arm is full of tattoos,
So
and he
that's
has
why
like
he wore the
10
sweaters.
confirmed kills and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all baloney. But Bob Ross being in the military is true because he was stationed in Alaska. And that's why he always loves painting like the Alaskan forests and mountains and stuff. But apparently, this is true too. He was a drill sergeant in that he yelled at people all the time.
Yeah.
And that when he got out, he vowed to never yell again. And that's probably why
He's just so soft-spoken and stuff.
Yeah. He just...
I mean, I bet it takes a certain person to really be a drill sergeant.
Yeah, I mean, he probably hated it. I mean, just yelling at people and
especially during the time where he was a drill sergeant, because he was didn't his show start in the 70s?
Yeah, so he's probably six.
Yeah, like
I don't really know, or maybe it was the 80s when his show started.
Let's see, because to be like anyway, no matter what, when I'm thinking the timeline adds up that when he was a drill sergeant, that's when they could beat the shit out of soldiers.
It's definitely was a lot hardcore.
Because nowadays they can't even get within arm's distance.
Yeah, and they have cards, and if they're they feel like they're getting yelled at too much, they lift the card up or something.
I didn't know about that.
I don't know. That could have been fake news or something. But,
Okay. In 1961, he enlisted in the U.S. Air Forces. Master Sergeant.
1961.
Yeah, he was 18-year-old and he enlisted into the Air Force. Sorry, if he ever left the military, he would never yell or raise his voice again. So, I mean, if he enlisted in 61 and his show started in 81, that means he was 38 when his show started. Dang, unfortunately, he did not live that long.
No, didn't he die when he was like 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, too soon.
And then, his son took over, and apparently he had a falling out with the company that filmed the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they were probably just, I don't know. I don't want to assume anything, but I can imagine them, like his son wanting to, I don't know, maybe someone wanted to change the direction of the show or something. And
yeah, maybe.
I think Bob Ross paintings are like, I don't remember, but I remember looking up how much it cost to get a authentic Bob Ross painting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like 20,000.
I mean,
there's like a ton out there. Well, yeah.
I mean, his show was on for 13 years. It looks like 20 years. No. 20-year tenure U.S. Air Force. Wasn't clear. Filmed. Show ran from 1983 to 1994, so 11 years. I mean, depending on how many episodes that could be, like that could be a lot of paintings. Like
yeah, and he did 3 paintings for one painting. So like if he was painting a picture in a show, he made 2 more copies of that.
Oh, okay.
So he would make a reference painting that he would look at, and then he would do the painting for the actual episode, and then he'd do another painting for like after shots or something like that. So there was 3 of them. So
oh wow,
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, damn.
But I'm sure as time goes on, the paintings will become more and more expensive.
Yeah, they'll just be more scarce.
Especially now that he's in pop culture.
Yeah, again,
yeah.
Like after that, did you see the Twitch live stream when his entire show was being live streamed for like a week straight or whatever?
Yeah.
That was wild. Also, the best thing ever, because I could just put on that stream and go to sleep. And I was just fall asleep to Bob Ross painting and wake up to Bob Ross painting.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound like a hipster here, but I've enjoyed Bob Ross since high school, so.
Well, I know that. I've known you since high school.
Yeah.
But it was good times. But yeah, that would be fun. Just watch an episode and be like, oh yeah, just commentate over it. I don't even know what we'd say. I'd probably be like, oh man.
I don't know the crazy. What I love about Bob Ross and watching him paint, really watching anyone paint, is when you see him like paint and you try to like envision what he's gonna do next.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, okay, and then we're gonna get this dark color and just paint over that. And they're like, what are you doing? Why? And then he like, later on he shows you what he's planning on doing. It's like, oh, that looks really cool. Like,
yeah. I think during the Twitch chat, anytime that he did something like that, they would just spam ruined. And then after he's like, and then this is what it looks like afterward. They're like, saved.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
It's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, that's because fucking, you know who Terry Crews is, right?
Terry Crews?
Yeah.
Drawing a blank.
Really?
Yeah.
Big black guy. He played. He was in White Chicks. He was in
Oh yeah, yeah,
Longest
yeah.
Yard. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know him by name, but yeah.
Oh, okay, but you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
now.
I know the yeah.
So for I think it was like for CBS or whatever, he did a Bob Ross style special, like where he painted, and he's known for being a painter as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he did like a scene of like a Christmas tree in the middle of a forest that's in the like, but the tree that he's painting specifically is in the middle of a clearing with a star over it, and it was just really peaceful and nice. And he was like by a fucking fireplace, and it was all, it was just really calming. Unfortunately, it was like a 24-hour stream on YouTube, but it was of the same thing over and over. It wasn't like they prepared multiple paintings for him or anything, which I'm like, I get it. He's probably a busy guy, but damn it, would I have liked to have 24 hours of Terry Crews painting different shit.
Yeah, wasn't he also in the NFL?
Yeah, he was for a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he went from being a football player to an actor.
Talk about a talented dude.
Yeah, and then he's just a really good guy.
Yeah.
But he's also likes to paint. And he when his son got old enough to like really want to get into playing video games, he went to like r/build a PC and stuff to figure out how to build a computer with his son, so that way they could share it together.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so there was this whole thing a couple years back of him like asking questions like, all right, I got all these computer parts. Like, he's like, I want to build a computer with my son. What should I get? And people were like freaking out. It's like, is this the real Terry Crews? What the hell? And stuff like that. And then they helped him buy everything. And then he streamed it, like building it so they could help him build it with his son while like and stuff, so they could bond over it and everything.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have easily just like bought something.
And like some pre-built whatever. Here you go.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, I want to take interest in what my kid likes.
Yeah. Damn.
It's a good dad.
Yeah.
That's an exasperated
I just think it. Yeah. I mean.
Hey, Dad, I like this Total War games. Cool, son. You don't want to ask me about it? I'm good. All right. We getting too real.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, with my dad, the only thing, any like video game, anything he liked was like Gears of War.
Yeah, look, my dad, he doesn't do video games, and he's a great dad. Just
okay.
Just like he no, but like with my YouTube, he's like one of the most supportive people. Like he bought my first PC. Like this was before I showed like a little bit of growth. I was like, oh, Dad, I'm making $100 a month. Like this could be a thing, like, and he was like, oh, I think you could do it. And he just bought me a PC.
Oh, nice.
But in terms of like playing games with me and stuff, like,
and like, it's not like you ever go, oh, you got to see this video that I did or anything.
Yeah, I mean, he says he will go to my videos and just play them in the background. I was like, that's awesome. So, okay. I remember doing a dad joke, or not a dad joke, but like my family doesn't love me or something. And he texted me and he was like, are you okay? Do we need to talk? And I was like, oh no, it's a joke. It's just to get some laughs.
It's just, some self-depreciating humor.
Yeah, I don't truly think that. So.
My parents don't. They wish I did something else. They don't like this.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. No, it was like something like my family doesn't love me or something, or I forgot though. It was just a stupid joke. It was just gonna be. I wanted like a shock value joke that no one expected it, and just.
But it got too real because your dad was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I forgot he will occasionally tune in, and I probably should have said something before I released the video, like, hey, this is a joke.
Yeah. I think something slightly similar happened to that when I was building my first computer back when we were both in college. I was trying to text you that I got all my computer parts, but I texted my dad on accident. And when I was like, oh, everything came, and I just saw cool, or like not even cool, I was just like, yay. Or no, my dad would never type yay in text.
Yay.
I think it might have been cool or something. I don't know. I don't have that phone anymore, so I can't check. But I was like, oh, wow, just that's it? I thought you cared. And then my dad called me. I was like, why is my dad calling me? He's like, are you okay? Is everything all right? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, that text you just sent me. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely worse things you could send your dad, but it's just hilarious that he got my text. Like, I thought I was texting you about, oh, I thought you cared, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's, to be fair, like that could have been worse.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like
I could have accidentally sent my dad a picture of me doing something I don't want anyone to see.
Or saying something to your wife or something,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
like,
I mean, I didn't even know her then. So.
Right. But you know what I mean. But like, I remember a girl that she was a friend in college. She
Oh no.
She texted something very sexual to me, and I was like, like I just, you know, like I was like, this is out of nowhere. And she goes, oh God. She texts me, this is the wrong Trent, because we're really this Trent. I guess she was hooking up with a different Trent. And I was like, it's all right. Like, I felt so bad for her, because I know if I was in her shoes, I'd be like,
oh, it's the worst feeling.
Yeah. So it's like, don't worry about it. You know,
I'll pretend you didn't graphically describe a sex act.
Yeah.
We can still be friends. I won't make
It's
it
cool.
weird.
Yeah. Well, we never talked again after that. So.
God damn it. I'm not going to make it weird. And then she made it weird.
Yeah, she did. I'm not even friends with her on Facebook. She like got rid of me on Facebook.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been really embarrassing for her then.
Yeah, I don't know. We weren't that close. So it was
okay.
like someone I would hang out with in between classes and stuff.
Still, damn.
Yeah. It was funny though.
It's so funny. Yeah, it got weird.
She like can't even look at my profile picture on Facebook. She's like, delete it. It just reminds me. It wasn't even that bad. It was just a little like, oh, that's clearly not for me.
Can't wait till you come over, big boy. And what?
Yeah. And the problem is that I rarely text a lot of people. Like usually I'm texting the same people, and sometimes I'll get someone I don't usually text who texts me.
Yeah.
And then so what happens is that I assume my girlfriend is the person on top of the list of most recent texts. So I'll just tap that and then text. Like one time I was talking to a childhood friend, and we were just trying to, talking, trying to, what's the word for it? Just talk about life and what just what we've been up to and stuff. And I was texting Brittany. It was like, hey, getting out of the shower. Do you want to come over later or something? Like, that wasn't sexual, by the way. I know, like,
hey, I'm getting out of the shower. I'm just gonna lay in bed till you get here.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that.
Wet.
I was just saying, like, I was ready to like go out somewhere or something like that. And then
we'll clean the suds off my body, girl.
And I think I said babe or something. Like, I'm out of the shower, babe. I'll clean. No, but my friend's like, oh, okay, sweetie. I was just like, oh no. But like, that's the worst I think that's ever happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't had anything worse than that. I think you accidentally texted me something like, "Hey babe, are we gonna do this or whatever?" at one point, and I was just like, "Wrong person," and you're like, "Oh dang it."
Yeah, I've done it a lot, but it's never bad.
It's never been a picture of your soul or anything.
Yeah, no, nothing, no dick pics or anything like that.
That's good.
Which, my God, I would, if I sent you a dick pic, I'd probably have to delete you off my Facebook.
I can't look him in his eyes without seeing it. I can see it in the reflection of his eyes. No. Now I really want to Photoshop professionally Photoshop a picture where in the reflection of your pupils is a dick. Could you imagine?
Like a phone with the dick in it.
Could you imagine the amount of effort?
It's the most innocent picture of you wearing church clothes, smiling.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
So always double check before you text something.
Yeah, make sure the person you're texting is actually who you want to text.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then you won't accidentally see somebody's dick. No. You won't accidentally send a picture of your dick. Also, unless solicited, don't send dick pics. Just a quick tip.
Yeah.
Don't just send those
even
willy-nilly.
If solicited,
Even if solicited, don't send dick pics.
Yeah, I don't put anything like that on the internet. That's just anybody can get that stuff, and
it's fair. Yeah. I mean, there has been so many leaks on Snapchat servers and iCloud and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Maybe I'm old timey, but
I mean, look, people are gonna do it, but just make sure, it's to the right person at the very least, and they don't save it and show all their friends.
Yeah.
Jeez. Make sure you can trust the person you're sending pictures to. But anyway, other than that, just a small edit point there, but you won't notice. So that's about all that we want to talk about, soliciting pictures on the internet. So let's, move on to our special guest that's got her own segment at the end of the show, Josephine's Corner.
All right. So Josephine, my pig. Unfortunately, we had to leave her at the old house.
You can't start it like that. Unfortunately, we had to leave her.
No, look.
Somebody's gonna hear that and have a panic attack.
No, we still own her. But let me explain. This new house, we had to build a fence, and we also had to build the housing quarters for her. So we built a shed.
Shed.
I spent the whole weekend, last weekend, building this disgusting shed, which I have no business. People are like, Apollo, you look like Jesus, the carpenter. I'm like, well, I am not the carpenter.
I have no business building sheds.
Yeah, I have no business. And it was a mess, but it's done. And it's strong, I hope. So
we hope could technically be a tough shed.
Brittany is painting it as we speak, so we're going to be picking up Josephine tomorrow, and she's finally going to be able to move into the new place. And don't worry, guys, we do have family visiting her, feeding her, making sure she's okay. So
no, they thought you just left her.
We just left 20 pounds of food.
Here's a bunch of feed. Don't eat it all at once, girl.
Yeah, no. But she'll be here tomorrow, which is going to be interesting.
Is she? Do pigs do well with relocating?
So the furthest we've ever driven her was to Athens, Georgia, by the way, which is about 40 minutes from where I live. So she did all right.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't squealing or anything. You could tell she was kind of oinking a lot and a little uncomfortable. But what I did is every 5 minutes gave her a treat. Yeah. that kept her calm. But this time the trip is gonna be about an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh wow! I didn't know you guys moved that far. Jeez.
Yeah, it's about an hour away. We'll see. She's much bigger. She's much bigger.
She's not a small pig anymore.
No, so this is gonna be a process.
She's more of a swole pig.
She's a swole pig indeed. And we have to buy her like a big dog crate to put her in.
Oh, she's not gonna like that.
No, well, we're definitely not gonna let her roam free around the car. That's one way to die. Could you imagine?
No, I can't.
Her bucking,
Oh God.
just yeah, chewing on stuff, and so I miss her a lot. You know, not being able to see her, and
Yeah.
like I feel bad for her being at the old place, and just I'm ready for her to come to the new place. So
Oh.
it's exciting times.
Is anything else? Anything new? I mean, it's been 3 months since the people last heard about her.
She's getting bigger.
How long do they grow?
I don't know. I've heard they're fully grown after 3 years.
Holy crap! She's got a lot. She's huge already.
Yeah, she's big, but I really don't think she's gonna get much bigger. So,
Well, I hope everything goes well tomorrow in the move, because
yes,
it
I will
sounds
need.
like you need some good luck there.
Yes, I will definitely need it, but it won't be too bad.
I just don't know how she's gonna take being in a crate.
She's done it before. Again,
okay.
like our cat is the worst for moving.
Oh yeah, cats are notorious for not wanting to be in crates or anything.
Yeah, so
Because like before we moved up here, my cat Nem, she didn't like being picked up, but she tolerated it more than she does now. But since we moved, she's like 5 seconds and then she starts to squirm. Before she would just lay there and let you just hold her. Since moving, she's like, nah, I don't trust you people no more when you pick me up. And then the other two, one of them is just like defeated and just mews really softly. It's like, oh God, we're going places. And the other one's like claws out and just
yeah,
we have all
that's-
3 variations here.
yeah, that's what Binks is like. Just he claws. His claws will start chipping off.
Oh jeez. That's some serious business. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Josephine, what colors are Shed being painted? I just
White. It's
Oh.
just matching the house. Yeah.
oh, well, that's not exciting. I was hoping for like
What do you want? Like mellow mushroom art on there? or
I
something?
don't know. Maybe purple. Fuck.
Oh God.
Is it purple Shed?
That's yeah.
You don't
no.
like purple sheds?
No.
Fine. But okay. Well, I think that's everything. Didn't talk about any video game stuff really, but you know that's fine. It's always
Next one.
There's always other conversations to be had. But yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast where we're both back. The next one will not be next week. We're doing a bi-monthly podcast. Nope, that's every 2 months. Bi-weekly podcast.
Yes.
So every other week there will be a podcast. So this will go up Friday the 8th. The next podcast will go up on Friday the 22nd. And if you're like, damn it, I like my podcasts every week. We would need to start making money off this one first.
Too bad. No, it's just because we're busy. It's just a lot going on.
But honestly, if we could, if this wasn't just because like, since I'm paying for it, it's also that, something that I would like to have returns from. But for right now, it's a free podcast that I am losing money on. So
yeah.
if it had more value to it in the fact that we had sponsors and stuff, then, we could make the argument for devoting more time to it and, trying to get guests and doing special bits and, improving our setup and stuff. Because right now it's just OBS and using a Discord call and that's it. And we're not doing anything fancy. Like we don't get to do any zany sounds. We don't have an intro or outro or anything. Like all we have is a picture and our voices.
Yeah.
But I can't really devote more stuff to it at this point in time because finding royalty-free music that isn't garbage is kind of difficult. So, but yeah, if you want more podcasts, then make sure more people listen. Like we've
Tell
been
your
saying
mom.
for everyone. Tell your mom.
Get your mom in on this.
Get your mom's mom to listen.
Your mom's.
Get your mom's granddad to listen. I don't care that he's in the grave. Get him to listen.
Jesus.
Look, to be fair, that's your great grandpa. He's probably not around anymore.
Just put some earbuds down there.
Dig into his coffin. Put earbuds on his skeleton. Oh my god. All right. But yeah, that's episode 37. I'm a dumbass. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you in the next one. Well, actually, wait. We didn't even say whether. Good God. Is there anything you want to shout out? Anything like special things you're doing? Or are you just streaming and YouTubing?
Oh man, I'm just streaming on YouTube and might be branching out to some newer games. So
Oh, look out.
Well,
Move
look out.
over, Smosh Games.
yeah,
Smosh
move
Games.
over, Smosh Games.
um,
like they're the pinnacle of YouTube gaming.
I mean, can you even say move over PewDiePie? Doesn't he do like a whole bunch of other shit other than gaming now?
Yeah, he just like does memes now.
Yeah, so like you can't even be like move over PewDiePie because he's not really a gaming YouTube channel as much.
Move over.
Fucking, I don't know. Who's
I
the
don't
most
know.
popular gaming YouTube channel now?
Ninja clips.
Oh, did I tell you about real quick, did I tell you about the Ninja Reacts channel that is the same video or like webcam stream of him eating cereal to a whole bunch of other videos?
No.
Oh my! There's an entire YouTube channel dedicated to when he was eating cereal during like playing one of his streams, and somebody took that face cam footage and puts it over so much other stuff, and it's just him eating cereal. Be like, oh shit! It's just eating cereal, and every video gets hundreds of thousands of views.
Damn it. That was like my idea. Do you remember? I was going to do a reaction channel.
I don't remember this at all.
I said, I swear, I was going to do a reaction channel, and every reaction is the same. Like, I'm not amused. I don't say anything. I'm just sitting there. Maybe some days I'm eating something. But yeah, that's funny.
But the thing about this one is it's the same clip every
Right,
single
it's the
time.
same.
Except he's
Yeah.
put on different things.
I can't believe people watch that.
I don't know. It's weird because at some point you would think, oh, that's it. Like it would run out, but apparently it's still kicking.
Just keeps going.
Yeah, but shit. How did I get to that? I don't remember. Anyway, I don't got anything to shout out. Listen to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Popular places to listen to podcasts. We're not on some weirdo fucking site that I've never heard of. You know, the Googles, the iTunes, the Spotifys, the Stitchers, we're all there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.
Stay clean, stay polished.